Hey guys, I hope you all are doing well. Today I'll be working on some animations. There were several bad ones you can kind of see here in Photoshop. I've taken pictures of how bad they are. This one doesn't look terrible from this angle, but when you rotate it, yeah, it's not good. Here it's just like missing the connection there. So a lot of these are just like off by just a little bit, but it's noticeable enough in the game. So I'll work on correcting these. All right, so what's wrong with all those. Let's take a quick look. What do I want to work on first? Mute. Here's the mute right here. So it's just a little bit of difference in the hand. Let's see here. Trying to orient myself real quick. Like, where am I? What am I doing in here? So we're in Blender in object mode. We want to change this to pose mode. Let's make sure we select the bones. Pose mode. And we want to change up what we're looking at down here. I don't want to look at this stuff. This is like the non-linear animation. Look at the dope sheet instead. All right, we're currently looking at chicken salad. Let's go to the mute. I feel like I'm not, like something's not right here. Let's see if I can figure it out. Okay, no, that's all good. Okay, let's find regular mute. Looking for start. All right, here we go. Select everything. Oh, you know what? Before I get started, I'm gonna make a new file. I always hate that. I want to make sure I don't change stuff I already have set in stone. All right, today's the 26th, so I'll just change this convention up. I'm like looking at this going, I know I worked on this. I must have put the wrong month. All right, now that we got a backup saved. Editor. I thought we were at dope sheet. Oh, I know. I want to look at the timeline, not the dope sheet. Sorry. I was looking at it going, what? This is not right. All right, we're back on track. Let's get to it. Okay, we got our new file. And really the one thing that we want to change is this. And the good news is the board kind of outlines that he's not touching. So it makes me think, why did I not fix that? Let's see if that's the same as what we see in Photoshop. I mean, it's really close. Let's take a look. Do you guys see Photoshop here? There we go. Do the same. All right, just making some adjustments so you guys can see. Yeah, so the gap looks about the same to me. So let's select his arm. And really, I just think we just need to rotate that just a little bit. I don't want to put it in too much, but I do want to put it, that's too much. I do want to put it like maybe here. So I think this board's sticking out a little bit further than it is in game. Okay, take another look at Photoshop. Yeah, see, the board doesn't come up to, I can't rotate Photoshop, but the board comes up to about his toes, whereas in Blender, it goes past his toes. I think that should be pretty good. Guess what I could do is rotate his hand. Just trying to make minimal changes, but it just don't look right, bro. We're gonna change it. Rotate. Yeah, I like that better. What do you guys think? I think I'm gonna call it like that. I'm a little worried it might be too close, but if it bleeds into the board a little bit, I'm not going to cry over it. All right, let's grab these. Copy that. And I want to turn that recording on. I think it should be fine. No, it didn't. Okay, that's why. Son of a gun. Gonna make me work, huh? All right, well, we got the record on now, so let's do it again. I think that's gonna be good enough. Come on, grab his arm. Why? Why you no grab? Oh, maybe I had to hit. Yeah, that's what it is. I have to hit shift, not control. Okay, we're good here. Let's change the animation to this one. Okay, you're gonna make me cry. Why did you not change? Okay, not sure why that didn't work the first time. But let's run with it. Right, easy peasy. Oh, wait, we got one more to do. Come on, deselect. There we go. Okay, that looks good. All right, this is gonna be a little slow, but I'm gonna do this one at a time. Save this. Ooh, kept all these selected for me. That's nice. All right, you guys are gonna see my export process here. Let's go toggle. So this is my game ready rig here. Let's go back to our NLA. Everything's highlighted. So I can just hit delete because it's going to recreate everything for me, I think. I thought it was highlighted. Please tell me I don't have to do this one by one. They were highlighted. What the heck? Blender's fighting me today. All right. Holding down shift is still like, no, screw you. All right, we're gonna do it the hard way. And I'm deleting all these because we're just gonna recreate all of these from scratch. Otherwise, it does a poor job of replacing. It's supposed to be able to replace them, but I always get duplicates when I do that. So just delete them out. There we go. We got no actions. And so we'll toggle the rig back. And what we'll do, we've got everything selected in the action bakery. I think the only thing I need to do is hit regenerate game rig. No, not game rig, sorry. Bake action. That's what I gotta do. See, it's got this overwrite, which should do what it says, overwrite, but it never seems to. All right, this may take just a second. All right, there we go. Right, we're in object mode. Okay, I think I can just export this now. Okay, we want to, oh, yeah, let me cancel this. Because I kind of need to select the mesh first, then the bones. Then what we can do is do selected objects. Just check and make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. We want to export the armature and the mesh, both, preferably. Okay, no changes to any of those. We only want deform bones only. We don't need leaf bones. And then here we want, I believe we want key all bones, NLA strips. We don't need actions, but we do want the force start and end. All right, and I do not want this. Hopefully I can choose 4 here. I don't think I've used 4. All right, let me export that. And then a good check is to go and look and see if my file size is the same size as it should be. So I know you guys can't see that, but give me 1 second. Yeah, it went down in size a little bit. Not sure why that happened, but it'll be all right. I think it'll be all right. Okay, let me open up Unity real quick because I want to test this animation. As slow as it is, I want to do one animation at a time to just be very thorough. I want to jump around a lot. Yeah, I think that change will do it. All right, while we wait for Unity to open up, move on to the next animation. We'll just start getting it ready. It's gonna be method. Here's the difference in the method one. And it looks like there's a little gap there. Let's see what my notes say. Small gap, hand aboard. Right, let's go back to the animation rig. Pose mode. And go back to our timeline. So there's a little gap right there. I almost feel like his shoulders need to come down just a little bit more, and then the arm. Why is that? Okay, looks like Unity is up and running. All right, let's jump into Unity before we get into the other animation. All right, what animations do we got? Well, crap. There's the importer 4 that I was hoping he didn't have. Let me go rename that file real quick. Man, I buried these animations deep. There we go. Let me just call this one 5. Oh, make a copy. All right, Unity's coming back up. Oh. Okay, let's take a look at 5. And I'm not going to get too crazy with this. I'm just going to make a few quick adjustments. Some of these steps, I'm not sure if you have to do this or not, but it's how I was taught. So I go ahead and switch it to generic and then back to humanoid. And I don't ever have any problems with it, so just stuck with it. But it may be overkill. Okay, so we only changed one animation in here. That was the mute. So what I'm gonna do is just make a copy in here. We've got these 3. Make sure I copied the right one. Yeah, regular mute. It moved on me, so I got concerned. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, which animation is this guy using? Probably shouldn't whistle into the mic. Where's the animation? Oh, here we go. Controller 4. And what I'm going to do is just simply swap out these animations here. Here's the mute. So that's start. And put start here. Boom. Say, yeah, that's fine. I kind of want to rename this so I know there's a difference. Something 5. We'll call it SK5. Sure, that means something. Okay, so let's verify that. That one's good. All right, now that that's in place, we can just go in here and check that his animation looks correct. All right, the mute is L1. I mean, the location is correct, but I need to bend his. See, this is why I want to check them one by one, because I feel like his shoulders need to come down just a little bit more. Like twist this way. All right, let's go make that change. Isn't this fun? I love it. It's tedious, very tedious. Let's go back to mute. And this time we're gonna just Yeah, we're in pose mode. Everything looks good. Yep. Just want his shoulder here. And bottom line, I want to just, the controls for Blender and Unity are different, so sometimes it's just like, oh wait, how do I move around? What the heck? All right. What I was trying to say is, I wonder if I can just, see, his fingers look below the board there. That did not look like the case over in Unity. Let me double check this. I mean, I guess technically it's true, but yeah, there's a little bit of distance between his feet, which that's problematic. And then the board is a little bit tilted. And some of this I can change, some of it I can't. Let me make sure that this board setting is where it needs to be. I'm gonna record that real quick. So I'm not 100% sure that's where it's located in the game, so I need to verify that real quick. I did say this was tedious, right? Fun, fun. Good news is we'll figure this out. We'll get this done. Animations will be completed by end of day today. That's my goal. Distance there. Just thinking, rather than watch Unity grind away, maybe I can change something here. Go to method. Kind of the same thing here. Guess I could bend his knee here. That may have to be a requirement. His hand might fit there. Then when you extend it out, boom, sets it a little bit farther away. Needs to at least be there. Trying to figure out how can I just keyframe just those two items. I'd kind of like it to have it be right there. Only selected channels. Yes. Does that work? Nope. I didn't see any changes. Well, let's undo that. It says it's on the NLA. Not NLA. What you talking about? Insert keyframes. See, it worked that time. Crazy. Oh, that's exactly what I wanted. I don't know. I'm shocked. Like, what happened? So what I'll do, honestly, let's see if I can just move these over that one. There we go. Cool. I'll take that. The I feel like I can bring this down just a little bit, like the tiniest bit. Is that even beneficial? I don't know if it is. Doesn't look like it. Well, let's do a step at a time. I know it's really slow that way. Let's go that route. That way we're not screwing around with too much stuff at the same time. Wait, that didn't look like it changed both. It's like just his leg. Or, of course, just his leg, but just his shin. See, that looks correct to me. Why is this not highlighted? There we go. I don't know. Blender got me hurting today. Okay. Unity's back up. So let's go take a quick look at that. All right, where's the board located? Yeah, see, it's a little bit different. A little bit different. Glad I went and checked. All right, let's go adjust it and see if we get better results. That 0.8 and that 4.5. I think this was actually set to 28, but I'm not sure about that. I'm going to leave that as is. Okay, let's see what this 28 does. Ah, maybe that's a better result. It actually does look better, I think. All right, fair enough. Stick with 28 then. Right. Still a little gap there, but I think it's gonna have to do. All right, let's check our animation now. And it's a little bit better, but I don't know if I'm ready to call it. Yeah, that's good. So I have to rotate his arm out a little bit like this, then rotate his shoulders. And then we'll try that. Fun. I guess I can test two at the same time though. All right. Minimize that. Let's go take a look. Something like that. And then, yeah, see, that does give us a little bit lower grab. I think that's going to do it. Let me rotate around, make sure everything else looks good. I think it looks okay. Yeah, that'll work. Yep, that looks good. All right. Let's go and repeat our process of exporting. The rig back. Let's see if there's a faster way to delete these. Go into non-linear animation. See, they're all highlighted. Delete strips. Oh. It deleted the strips, but not the tracks. I don't see a delete the track. All right, we'll do it the hard way. Wish I could at least just highlight them or something. If anybody knows a better, easier way to do this, man, please let me know. This, I have a beat down. Okay, I think we've got everything where we need it to be. Let's rebake those. And let's export this again. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and keep it as importer 4. Oh, no, it needs to be 5, doesn't it? Yep, there we go. And I think Unity will just take it in. I don't think I have to do anything special. Give me 1 second while I pull that up. The yeah, see, all the settings are still the same. So ideally, I think it should have changed these as well. Let's see if it's any different. Is that any different? I can't tell. At least the hand's touching the board, so it must be. I don't know. His shoulder doesn't look like it's bent down like it should be. Let's check. See if I can get the same angle in Blender. No, that does not look the same. Like in Blender, his shoulders look a little bit more bent. So maybe it didn't carry over. Let's recreate these. Yep, delete. Okay, sorry. Took my brain a second to like realize what I was looking at. It's like, what the heck happened? All right, here we go. Oh crap. Delete that. Okay. Apparently I duplicated the wrong one. There we go. Let's test again. Okay, well it definitely changed because now his hand is literally in the board. I think I'm okay with that, right? I think he'll be riding. I mean, I guess you could argue now, oh, no, it's too much, but I think I'm good. I want to see how different this is from Blender. Those fingers are going just a little bit into the board here. Well, let's take a look in Blender. It's not off by much. Just need to make a note that it can be just slightly, like a smidge out further. But I'm going to call that one good enough. Make a note that that one is done. And we could tweak that forever, but I think I'm calling it good enough. All right, method. Okay, we already made some adjustments to the method as well, so let's check that one out. I can read, I swear I can. Okay, we've got all three of those looking good. Let's take it out of play mode. Method. should rename these, but something I'll do later because it was kind of a waste of time last time. All right. Let's see here. Method is L2. Yeah, we got a ways to go. What do I need to do here? At least the legs look more natural. Or it was a little too straight, I think. So I think what I can do is bend his shoulders down and then raise his arm up. I'm hoping that'll fix it. Honestly, I feel like his torso needs to twist, but when you do that, that's going to rotate the entire model, so that's no good. Okay, let me minimize. There we go. Get back to the method. And pose mode. Oh, what am I looking at over here? Let's go to timeline. Chest and upper arm. Okay, because that's what I changed last time. Let's just go with the chest. Trying to think, where do I want to put this animation? See, he's rotating right here. Feel like, well, technically it should be there because nothing's really changing this whole way. Well, his hand's definitely back there now. Maybe I should only change it here. He's doing this, so that's gonna push it away. Okay. So this is what I want to change. I don't feel like I got much out of that, honestly. Oh. That was the upper arm and the chest that moved. I'm gonna mess with the board. Hopefully that will give us a better idea of what this should look like. Pose mode. What are we looking at here? There we go. like that. I think that's relatively right. I feel like this angle is correct. Maybe a little bit different right there. All right, let me take a look at Unity, see what it looks like. What's going on with my mouse? He's losing his mind. All right, let's see here. It definitely needs to be rotated a little bit more. Let's see if I can do this. I almost feel like it needs to be like this. Oops, I may have turned it a little bit too much. Maybe not enough. Getting there. It's pretty close. Pull it away just a little bit. Fun, fun, fun. I love this. Okay, I think it's relatively close. Another look at... Hey, Cavalier. The stream is black screen? That's not good. All right, let me check that out. Well, that sucks. Let's see how YouTube's doing. Twitch has died. Let me see how YouTube is. YouTube seems to be okay. Not sure what's going on with Twitch, but I appreciate it, Cavalier. I think what I'll do is probably end the stream here and see if I can recalibrate my settings. All right. Thanks. Have a good one, everyone. Sorry it crapped out.